If your kids are anything like mine and they're into Hot Wheels, you have little tiny Hot Wheel cars all over the house. Hello, everyone. Hello. It's Mrs. Kim here. I am doing a solo video by myself today. And as you can tell by the title, these are going to be 10 things that I wish I knew before I became a mom. I mentioned in a previous video, I used to do a YouTube video when YouTube was YouTube back in the day. I was one of the beauty gals doing beauty videos and fashion and things. And it's not my calling anymore. But I left that with like 12,000 subscribers. So I was doing something. But anyways, today, baby, if you know, you know. I feel like as mothers, parents, we all have stories that we can relate to. So maybe you can relate to some of these, or maybe you have some items on your list that it's not on my list. And there's more. There's a whole lot more, but I only have 10 for today. So let's get into it. My first one, and I have a list here. My first one is you have to figure out what everybody's gonna eat. Yep, it's not something that I thought about before becoming a mom. If you're somebody who struggles with figuring out what you have to eat by yourself right now, it's gonna be even more of a struggle trying to figure out what everybody else is gonna eat. So that is a huge struggle, just especially when you're navigating that with toddlers and kids who are picky eaters, who only want to eat certain things. You sometimes have to like be making multiple things, or you just have to force a child to eat. Again, this is in no particular order. Second one that I would say is save the clothes. So I probably should have introed this video with this, but I am a mom of two. We have two kids, a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. So I've been doing this mom journey now for a little bit. I won't say I'm a pro at it, but I know some things. So back to my point, save the clothes. We have 2 boys. When our oldest was younger, so like a baby toddler age, we wasn't really saving his clothes. I don't know why we wasn't saving his clothes, and it's not like we didn't want more kids when he was younger. I don't think we were really thinking about it at the time, and we were living in an apartment at the time, so we really didn't have the space to be hoarding, so we had to get rid of things. But looking back, I wish we would have saved some of his clothes, because one, he was like a pandemic baby, so he was growing up. Like his first, I want to say, year or two was pretty much in the house because it was during the pandemic. So he didn't wear a lot of his clothes that he had, and we ended up like donating and giving it away. So I wish we would have kept a lot of those clothes. It would have saved us a ton of money, because if you have kids and if you have multiple, you know how much money you can spend just buying clothes, because you got to buy clothes for one kid, and then you got to buy clothes for the other kid, and then you got to factor in shoes and jackets and all the things, and it adds up. So save the clothes if you can. Next one I would say is learn to go with the flow. When you're like single or childless, I should say, you are so used to doing things how you want to do things when you want to do things. And then when you have kids, it's you have to do things when they want to do things. I'll give you an example. So when my second was a baby, I was trying to get back into working out. And it's not like I was going to the gym. I'll go downstairs in our basement and like try to work out early in the morning before they woke up. So I was waking up at like 5:30, trying to wake up. You know, it was like a good week or so where they're waking up at like 6:30. I'm like, okay, great. If I wake up at 5, that's enough time for me to get a workout in. And then all of a sudden they decided they want to start waking up at 5:30. And I'm like, this is supposed to be my me time. This is supposed to be the time that I'm up and like working out, you know? So when that was happening, I was getting pretty frustrated. But then honestly, you have to think about it and like you just have to go with the flow. You have to go with the flow, maybe incorporate them into your workouts, set them to the side and let them watch you, or like put something on, let them be entertained with something else while you work out. Like you're not gonna have like your you time. You're not gonna have your quiet time. You're just gonna have to adjust. I feel like that's one big lesson that I had to learn was going with the flow and just adjusting instead of like trying to make it into like what I envision, or getting upset or frustrated because it's not what I wanted exactly. So I would say my next one is being pregnant with a toddler is probably the hardest thing that you have to do. It's so hard. Imagine, think about it. When you had your first child, or when you were pregnant with your first child, going through like your first trimester, and how tired you were, how nauseous you were, how sleepy all the time you were. Can you imagine going through that stage, having to take care of a toddler when they want to jump around and play, and they're up when they want to be up? They want everything. They're asking you for things. They want you to watch them, and all you want to do is just lay on the couch and sleep. Yeah, being pregnant with a toddler is super difficult. Being nauseous and having like morning sickness, and then you have to like make breakfast, or you have to like give them a bath or get them dressed, and then they're like all over the place and wanting to be wild, and you're just like, I don't have the energy, please. So I would say being pregnant with a toddler is difficult. It's doable, but it's difficult, in my opinion. My next one is a pretty touchy subject for a lot of people, for a lot of women. Postpartum. I feel like postpartum is unique to a lot of people. When I had my first son, my postpartum wasn't that bad at all. I think I was very in la la land, like it's your first kid and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I get to take care of a baby and look at him, he's just so cute. And then the second time or third or fourth, it's like you've already been through this roller coaster, so you already know what to expect and you know like what's gonna happen. I feel like my second time going through postpartum was like, I won't say it was difficult, but it wasn't as easy as my first. I felt very down. I felt very sad doing my second. And it was tough. It was hard for a little bit. Like just getting through the day, and just like, I won't say I was depressed or anything, but it definitely was not. It was not easy. It was not as easy as my first. And I've heard stories of people who've gone through like the worst case of postpartum depression, and like all the things, and it's nothing to play with. So make sure, if you're going through postpartum and you're feeling sad and lonely, make sure you talk to somebody, and let somebody close to you know how you're feeling, because it's a lot. It's a lot taking care of a baby, going through all the changes, having to be their sole provider in a sense in that moment, like, because you have to feed them and all the things. But it's difficult going through all of that. So definitely talk to somebody when you're dealing with that. Like, who needs an alarm clock when you have kids? You don't need to set your alarm, because they'll wake you up. And they'll wake you up at a time that you don't want to be woken up. Right now, I try to wake up like around 5:30, but there's days where I'm like, I'm just tired. I just want to sleep. And they always wake up when you don't want them to wake up. And then when you do want them to wake up is when they're like, I'm so tired. But you don't need an alarm clock when you have kids. And my next one is house decor. Your house decor is centered around your kids. You know that cute restoration hardware bowl that you bought that it was so cute, so aesthetic. It just goes with your house. It goes with the vibe. You bought it, you put it on your table. You got some really cute spears to go inside. Just very aesthetic, very cute, very demure. Put it on your table. And then it became a little toy. Now you gotta move that cute bowl somewhere else where you don't want it to be. Your decor, your aesthetic of your house becomes whatever fits your child. It's no longer how you want your house to look, is what's functional for your kid. This is a good one. Every night is like a workout because every night we're picking up toys. I mean, it's like bending over, pick up a toy, put it in the box, bend over, pick up a toy, put it in the box. I mean, like, who needs to go to the gym when you can just do that every single night? And yeah, I hear some people, it's like, what, so just tell your kid to pick up their own toys. They do. But do they really do a good enough job to where you feel like your house is clean? No. So you still have to go after them and pick up the little toys and put them away. And if your kids are anything like mine and they're into Hot Wheels, you have little tiny Hot Wheel cars all over the house that you gotta go around and pick each and every one of them up and put them away every single day. It's a workout. At this point, I don't even need a gym membership. I just do that for my workout. Pick up toys. Great. The ninth one, are we on number 9 already? Dang. The ninth one I will say is being a mom means that your mind is always on overdrive. You're thinking about so many things. What's for dinner? Oh, I have to remember that I gotta make an appointment for this person. Oh shoot, I gotta make sure that I pick up some new socks. Oh dang, this person needs diapers. Oh shoot, I think we're almost out of lotion. Oh, I have to remember the dentist appointment. Oh, they have an appointment on blah 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 at 2:00. This person has a party on this day. Like, constantly on. Like, your brain is just constantly working, just constantly thinking. And then you factor in your full-time job. So your brain is just always working, just always thinking about things, always trying to problem solve and figure things out. And your mind is always on when you're a mom. You're always thinking about things. You're always thinking about the next thing. You're always thinking ahead. And that becomes exhausting sometimes. I'm not going to lie. But it has to be done. And then my last thing I would say is you get so much love and so much cuddles. Like, I listed all these things, all of the struggles that you deal with as a mom. And yes, there are struggles and there's more. And there probably will always be struggles. But ultimately, the love that you feel from your kids and the love that you have for them that just trumps everything. It's just like above and beyond. It just makes all of the work that you have to do and deal with so much worth it, because you just get a sense of joy and happiness just to see them happy and enjoying life and know that you're doing something right, that you're raising good human beings, and that you're showing them all of the love and the care that they need and that they deserve. So I say all that to say that yes, motherhood is hard, parenthood is hard, but ultimately is you get the best reward. It's so rewarding, it's so heartwarming, and it's something that I would not trade for anything in this world, even sleep. So that's my solo video, you guys, without Mr. Kim, my first solo video on this channel. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Let me know some of your motherhood struggles. or anything that you feel like I should have included on my list. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of things that we could probably go on and on and on and on for. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have anything additional, or if you enjoyed this style of video. I enjoyed making it, so if you enjoyed it, let me know so I can make some more. Otherwise, we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.